My favorite part of the song. Oh my goodness. How can you have a bad day when it's raining tacos? You can't. That's the answer. You can't. You cannot have a bad day when it's raining tacos. That's honestly, that's the answer. You just can't do it. You cannot have a bad day. So we are going to have a chat today. But first things first, I wanted to show you guys what the cereal we made at noon looks like. So we ended up with enough for a whole bag and my little serving of cereal as well. So we're going to eat a little bit of it while we chat as well. But look at how pretty that is. It turned out so nice. And it's so yummy. Even Isaac was like, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. It's all nice little clusters because of the allulose that we used to make it caramelized. So it's all little clusters, and then you just break it up in the size that you want. I love this for trail mix too. So you don't have to have it as a cereal. You can just have it as a bowl of trail mix. And it's so yummy. Oh my goodness, like the yummiest ever. So good. So today we're going to talk about how to get the weight off and how to keep the weight off. What happens when you've lost a bunch of weight and it's trying to come back on and you're all like, we ain't together no more. We ain't together no more. I already broke up with you, dude. I am not taking you back. Because once we lose that weight, it's worse than an ex-boyfriend we don't want to take back. Right? Let's be honest. So let's start with one. First of all, how do we lose the weight? We've all yo-yo dieted for years and years. Most of our lives, if you're like me. So if you guys have any beginners questions, if you're just getting started on keto, this is the time to pop those questions in and we'll cover them as we go along. Now, before we get too far into questions, let me quick go over and share this to groups so that they're getting it live as well. And then everybody can ask their questions all at once. Now, we are going to do the clean eating series at 3:30 p.m. Mountain, 4:30 Central for Keto for Real Life people. So you guys will still get your clean eating live tutorial. I will do that with you guys today. So we're going to get back together and do that. And we're going to talk about veggies and fats. So if you guys have any questions about how I do my veggie side dishes, how do you end up getting all that extra fat? Because we're going to talk about that today too. All that extra fat. Now, one of the biggest questions that I get when people are having issues, they'll message me and they'll say, Dori, I don't understand why I'm not losing weight when I'm eating all this fat. So the first question I usually ask them is, what is all this fat? Explain to me what you're eating in a day. And generally I hear things like fatty cuts of meat, sour cream, cream cheese, added cheese, those kinds of things. What I don't generally hear from people is that they're adding pure fats. So adding ghee, adding butter, adding bacon fat, adding rendered sausage fat to your food, not only as it's cooking, but when you're serving it. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So first thing we're going to do today is kind of go over some of my favorite beginner keto 101 tips. I think the best number one tip I can give you is mindset is everything. Everything. If you go into this feeling like you're excited about it, you want to learn about new foods and you want to try new things, it's going to be easier than if you go into this thinking, oh, another diet. I'm probably not really going to like this one, and I'm probably going to fail at it anyways because, you know, that's what I do. I fail at diets. That's how we roll. Because is that not how you used to roll? It's how I used to roll. As soon as someone said the D word to me, I was already mad. Like, I was already angry. You better back up off me with that D word if you want to be my friend. Because we don't have to be friends. Like, I don't gotta be friendly with you. But if you want to be my friend, you might not want to talk about the D word with me. And I was pretty set in that. Hello, Vengeance. How's your day? I'm awesome today. So today we are doing our regular Taco Bout It Tuesday. And today we're going to talk about how to get that weight off and how to keep it off. So if you have any questions, Vengeance, any beginners questions, I know you don't really the keto, right? Vengeance doesn't the keto. But you know what? We still love you. It's all good. So if you have any questions, sometimes people who don't keto have the best keto questions. I'm not going to lie, because you just don't know. So feel free to ask questions. And as you guys are popping in from Nancy's group, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. I'm able to see on Facebook here, we're not doing a dual record. So I am able to see the majority of the comments minus the delays. And I will try to get back this evening and see if I miss anything. So if you guys have any questions about getting started, staying on track, getting back on track, avoiding cravings, whatever you guys need to talk about today will go that direction. So while you guys are thinking of your beginners questions, let's talk a little bit about when you are at maintenance. Because that's me. I'm at maintenance mode. So for me, I don't really eat all that differently, but I do allow myself the odd treat here and there. Chris says, what's easier and the best way to get started on keto to keep you from failing? Now, that's a really amazing question. And different people have different schools of thought. So let's go there and I'll tell you the one side and the other side. So some people recommend that if you're going to start keto, you do really strict keto right from the beginning. No sweeteners, no keto treats, no breads, no substitutions, and that from the beginning you just focus on meats and vegetables so that you can get your cravings under control and that you can get a really good start in your keto. And I can't disagree with that. I think that works really well for some people. I think for some people, when they start something new, they really need to go to just the basics. I eat meat, I eat fat, I eat healthy vegetables, done. Easy. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to stress out about it. I can go home, I can have my meat, I can throw my fat on my meat, and I can have my vegetables with my fat on my vegetables, done. And I think for some people, that's the easiest way. It's the least complicated way to begin, to get started. I personally feel like after a few days of that, people message me and they say, oh dear God, Dori, I don't even know what to do. I just know to eat meat and vegetables and I'm so tired of just eating meat and vegetables. I already want to quit. This is boring. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. But that way works for some people. For me, what worked for me is I don't know, people will debate. There are keto police who will say that I did it all wrong and I do everything wrong and I teach you guys wrong. Cheers. So, I'll tell you what I did. For me, what I did is I knew that keto was low carb. I knew that it was high fat. So I started searching for low carb keto recipes. So say for example, if it was pizza night at my house, I Googled keto pizza and I made myself a little fathead pizza. If it was spaghetti night, I Googled keto spaghetti alternatives and I made it with zucchini, or I made it with radish, or I made it with spaghetti squash. And I basically looked at it as my regular everyday life And then what little tweaks did I need to make? Because I didn't change everything about how my house eats. I made small tweaks for me. So I still made the same meal for everyone, and I made an additional vegetable side that was a good high fat side. In the beginning, I still made them their rice or their potato or their, their pasta every day. I don't anymore. I make them rarely, once every, I don't know, couple weeks when they really start asking, I'll make them something. But for the most part, we do vegetable sides in my house. We have our meat that's got our high fat meat and then 2 vegetable sides. And they can choose either or, both, neither, whatever they want. Just eat the meat. I don't care. I don't care. Like last night, Isaac just had meatballs, but they were meatballs cooked in olive oil with the seasoning. So they're good, high fat. I know he ate earlier in the day. So I don't stress out a lot about making 2 meals. Because I think if you're going into this and you're keto, your family's not going to keto, and right away you're thinking, well, now I have to make 2 meals. Now I have to figure everything out. I have to do my own shopping. I have to do my own meal prep. I have to. You're already stressed out. You're already starting behind the 8 ball because already all you can think about is how hard it's going to be. So I recommend that you go the easy way and you just look at substituting things out. So say, for example, on meatloaf night, we have mashed potatoes on meatloaf night. Now on meatloaf night, we have loaded cauliflower instead. So you take your cauliflower rice, you add your cheese, your cream cheese, all your seasonings, your bacon bits, your bit of onion, and you bake that in the oven. So do I miss mashed potatoes? Not really. Not really. If you've ever had loaded cauliflower mash, you'll know why I don't miss mashed potatoes. And if you haven't tried it, go look for a recipe. Do it right now. I'll wait. Like, it is that good. I'll wait for you to go find a recipe for loaded cauliflower and come back. Because, man, you don't miss potatoes with loaded cauliflower. You just don't. The other thing I did for me, and again, nobody taught me this way. When I started this time, when I decided I would be healthy this time, I decided right away I wasn't going on a diet. It wasn't a diet because diets are restrictive and I fail them and I have a hard time with them. So I decided right away I'm making a healthy choice, just one a day. I only have to make one healthy choice a day and then I'm a totally be a rock star. That's it, rock star. I made one healthy choice a day. So for me, I didn't cut out everything at once. I slowly eased off of the carbs that I was used to eating. So for example, for the first week, I just focused on lowering my carbs. I didn't cut them out entirely. I just ate less of them. And then I started to replace those carb side dishes with something else. I replaced them with a vegetable. I replaced them with fatty nut. I replaced them with keto treats. So it's up to you and depending on your personality. If you know that the easiest way for you to start is to strip it right down to bare bone basics and just eat meat and fat and vegetables, then you know that better than I know that. Because you know you. You know what works for you. You've tried it before a million times. If you're the kind of person who needs to be interested and excited in their food at all times, then you're me. Like, you're me. And that's why I set about finding what I wanted to eat and creating a version of what I wanted to eat if I couldn't find it. So I see there's a couple questions. So let me just scroll real quick 1 second here. I have an itch on my nose, which means I'm going to kiss a fool. That means my guy's going to be home early, just saying. Didn't you know that? If you have an itchy nose, it means you're going to kiss a fool. Nancy says, Dori, you're a hoot. I love it. I'm so glad I'm a hoot. I've also been called a card. I like that one too. I like a hoot. A hoot is cute. See, and that even rhymes. I'm a cute hoot. and I laugh at my own jokes, and that's very amusing. Like, everybody likes it when somebody laughs at their own jokes. It makes it funnier. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, let's see. Crystal says a mix of non-surgical ketoers and surgical. I myself have followed. Oh, okay. So someone must have asked. I must have missed what we're talking about. Oh, just normal people or gastric sleeve people. Hello, Nancy. Do you know what? I share with everybody. I don't make you have to live my life to share my way. I personally had weight loss surgery. I had a gastric sleeve placation, and that has helped me a lot in my weight loss journey. Before I started keto, I had started to regain weight. So it definitely helped me along my journey, but you don't have to have had a weight loss surgery to do keto. I think it's really good for you if you have. As a post-op diet, it's amazing. So, okay, so we'll scroll back to Crystal, and Crystal says a mix of regular and surgery people. She's been following me for 8 months or longer, and she never had weight loss surgery. So not everyone who follows me had surgery. Not everyone hasn't. But I don't mind. Either way, I just love the foods. Cheers. I love the foods. I've actually heard that as an excuse to not keto too. When people are like, oh, Dori, you know what? I'd keto, but I love food. I don't know what to tell you. I love food. Me too, dude. Me too. I love the foods. Okay, Crystal says, now that's how I eat all my veggies. Loaded. Top broccoli, cauliflower with butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon. Yum. Mm-hmm. Yay, Nancy! Nancy's a sleever too. It's so nice to meet you, darling. Because you know what? When I originally found out about keto, and I was hitting the groups and I was asking for information, they told me keto wasn't for me if I'd had weight loss surgery because I can't eat enough food. I can't eat enough calories. If I couldn't eat 1,600 calories a day. Sorry, Dori, keto's not for you. You're going to have to find something else. And I kind of came across that, oh, no, you already made your choice. You did your thing. You don't really deserve to learn about healthy food. You kind of did your thing already. You had the surgery. So, and I had to figure it out by myself because I was determined that it made sense that I could eat this way. It didn't make any logical sense to me when people said I couldn't eat this way if I couldn't eat more calories, period, done, end of day. And I was like, but I already eat the same amount of food. I've been eating the same amount of food for 8 years. So how does it harm me more to make that better food? It's a good question. It's a good question. Flying Kitty said those people think we're deprived and we can't keto because we don't like food. Well, and that's it, right? People who diet and people who are healthy and people who don't eat sugar, they don't like food. Food haters. Food haters. Like, we don't even like food. We don't even want food. Like, honestly, if we could never eat again, we probably wouldn't because we don't even like food. We don't want any of the good yummy things that anybody else eats. We don't like cake. We don't like ice cream or donuts. Okay, so we don't like pizza or pie. What else don't we like? We don't like fancy coffee frappes. We don't like cotton candy. We don't like really any of the good stuff. So you probably just don't want to probably just don't want to. Yeah, I've made all of those things. I shouldn't even tease you that way. I even made cotton candy. What? Yeah, I did. I probably shouldn't tease you that way. That's not nice. Christine says, my surgeon's assistant said the similar thing to me. She said, I can't keto because we need high protein, low fat. Whatever. Yeah, you're not the boss of me. You don't know me. I'm gonna do what I want. Because for how many years has everybody said low fat? Low fat, low fat, low fat, low fat. Was that not the key? Was low fat not the key to being thin? That was the key I was always chasing. Man, I was always chasing the low-fat dragon. Oh my goodness. Hands up if you were all chasing that low-fat dragon because everybody said it had to be the low fat. That's all that was going to work for you. Low fat, low fat, low fat. Lynn Miller says, I love food too, but I love being thin more. And you know what, that's a really good point. You know what? I love popcorn, but I also love being able to walk up an entire flight of stairs without having to take a break. Just saying. Like, I like being able to get out of bed every day and not be depressed and miserable and in pain. I love those things. Like, man, I love it. Jamie says, I love watching your recipes. I just love the food. Like, man, I don't even know what to tell you. We invent recipes all the time because food is amazing. Like, food is only just amazing, and it makes me so happy. Like, food brings me joy. And there are people who would say that that's unhealthy, Dori. That's unhealthy. Food is not meant for joy. Food is meant to fuel your body and to sustain you. And the sooner you let go of the social aspects of food, the happier you will be. And I'm very sad when those people say that to me, and I die a little bit on the inside. And we do what we do because I don't want to live like that. That's all. Like, at the end of the day, I want to be able to enjoy my food. I want to make food that I love, that loves me back, and I want to just enjoy every moment of it. If that makes me a bad person, sorry, not sorry. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I want to live the fat girl dream. I want to eat all of the things that I love, and I don't want to get fat, and I don't want to get sick, and I don't want to be unhealthy, and I don't want to deal with depression and anxiety and irritable bowel syndrome, all of those things. But I still want what I want, dude. I want what I want. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I want all of those things. I want all of those health benefits, but I also want the food. I don't feel like I have to make a choice between healthy and delicious. Now, in my old diet life, I always felt like I had to make that choice. I had to choose between the food that I love and being thin. Period. Done. End of story. If you want to be thin, give up those things. All of those things that I loved, and I didn't want to. Let's be honest. I did not want to, or I would have. I can play that any way I want. If I really wanted to quit doing that, I would have. Like, I would have. Oh, Elizabeth says, that is crazy. When I get what I want, I don't worry about it. See? And that just makes life so much better. It's all about get what you want, right? You gotta look out for you, because you know what? Ain't nobody else looking out to make sure you get what you want. I'm just saying. Like, we gotta look out for you. And we love real food, Patty says. And you know what? That's the key. We love real food. We love fresh foods. We love whole foods. We love creative foods. We certainly are not a bunch of food haters. That's for sure. Elizabeth says, I'll eat it all. I ate the dragon. I ate that low-fat dragon. You tease me like that, I'll eat it. You put it in front of me, I'll eat that. And that was me. I was on a seafood diet. You seafood and you eat it. And then you don't feel bad about it. That was my diet. Because you could just hide the wrappers. Like, that was the best part about my diet. So you could totally binge and then hide the wrappers, and then nobody would see it. Hence, didn't even count. Best diet ever. Hello. It only kept me 290 pounds, but still, it was, I got to eat whatever I wanted and then lie about it. That was a treat. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I had to eat whatever I wanted and then lie about it. That was a diet. In my land, that was a diet. Elizabeth is going to join us later. She has lots of crocheting to do. I hope you're knitting something funny. She says she was a skinny girl before her kids. And you know what? That happens to us too. At some point, I blamed Isaac for a really long time for ruining my body. And I was like, dude, you ruined all this. I hope you know that. Like, I hope you're proud of yourself. Like, you ruined my junk. My junk wasn't that good before I got pregnant. But still, he ruined it. But here's the truth. He's going to be 21 next month. And not months old, years. So I guess at some point I have to quit blaming it on him for ruining my body. Maybe I don't have to. Could I like blame it on him forever? You guys tell me. If you say, oh my goodness. If you say I could blame it on him forever, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll blame it on him forever. But you guys got to agree that I can, because I feel like it seems unfair. Like, I feel like by the time he was about 3, it stopped being his fault. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm down to blame him forever. Like, I'll go with it. Oh, Diane, yes, you did find us live. And her autocorrect loves her as much as mine loves me. She tried to call me Dori, and instead she called me Dork. But I am kind of a dork, so I'm okay with that. That does not even bother me. I think that's absolutely hilarious. I was sending a message yesterday, and autocorrect did something to me that I thought was hilarious. I was sending a message to the Burlesque Hall of Fame in Las Vegas, and I said to them, oh, last time I was there, I loved your Hall of Fame. I'm so glad to put it on my tour list this time when I'm coming. And as I sent it, autocorrect changed Hall of Fame to Halloween of Face. And, you know, that totally makes sense. Halloween of Face. I say that all the time. Like, man, every other day I'm like, dude, Halloween of Face or what? When? Like, literally, in the history, when? In the history of speaking ever did anyone ever say Halloween of Face? I think it's going to be a new thing. Let's make it a thing. We'll just be like, dude, Halloween of Face or what? I don't even know. Will it be a good thing? Will it be a bad thing? I don't know. But I know that autocorrect is not my friend. Not my friend. Like, never my friend. And these things seem to happen in transit. Like, I swear, the message looks normal, and then you hit send, and somewhere like between my phone and the rest of the universe, autocorrect decides mid-send, I didn't really mean that. I probably meant something else. Like, and it usually is something that gets me in trouble. Yeah, it usually gets me in trouble. I think the best time it ever happened to me, I was watching JP Sears, hashtag my bestie, JP Sears. It's true if you say it, just saying. We're really close. I follow him on Instagram. He doesn't follow me back. We're tight like that. But I was watching his live, and he was on live, and he was talking and joking around. And someone said, hey, JP, would you rather fight 10 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Which is, kind of a funny question. It's kind of a funny question. And I thought it was pretty funny. So I responded, oh my God, LOL, horse-sized ducks. Wanna guess? Only Dori, because it was live, and I was commenting to a lady who said the joke for her son. Oh, JP, my 5-year-old wants to know, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 10 duck-sized horses? Oh yes, that happened to me. And then as autocorrect changed it, I was ferociously typing, duck, duck. Oh dear God, for the love of God, duck. And I was like, well, either he's going to think it's really funny or he's going to block me on all his social media. He hasn't blocked me yet. Just saying, like... I'm not saying it won't happen one day, but it hasn't happened yet. That makes us one step closer to being new best friends, just saying. Like, we are this close to being new best friends. As soon as he realizes that I exist, we're totally gonna be new best friends, just saying. You know. Probably gonna happen. Probably. I also have a very elaborate plan for one day when I meet Snoop Dogg too. Like, I've played that out in my head. I know exactly, how that's gonna happen. He's gonna be like, oh my God, Dori, you're the craziest white girl I've ever seen. And I'm gonna be like, I know, right? You're so awesome, Snoop. And then we're best friends. Because that's how best friends happen. I'm putting that out there. Like, somebody says, oh wow, you're really cool. And you're like, you too, new best friends. Duh. It's kind of like when you're 5 and you could just walk up to somebody and be like, hi, man, be my new best friend. And then they call security. That's, yeah. Security! There's a crazy lady who wants to be my friend over here. That's probably how that story will end. I mean, in my mind, it's, with us being best friends, taking lots of wicked selfies and being all like, peace sign, what up? Chances are it's probably going to end with him being like, security, there's a crazy girl here who, like, might be my friend. Do people do that? Do people just walk up to you and be like, hey, dude, be my friend? They don't. What do you think would happen if they did? I think you'd have so many friends. Oh, and Josh Moore says, and then he's going to be like, hit this blunt, dude. And that's exactly how you be friends with Snoop Dogg, just saying. Like, and he's like, wow, you're so cool. And you're like, I know, right? And people have asked me, in which universe would I meet Snoop Dogg? I don't really know. In a cool one where dreams come true. That's also where he thinks I'm really cool. Just putting that out there, like. And also, he could be like, wow, you're super hot. That wouldn't hurt my feelings either. And just, put it out there, Oh my goodness, I am ridiculous. It is so funny. Okay, so, I love you, Patty. Patty says, you're so funny. You always brighten my day. I'm so glad. Do you know what? I think 90% of what I do is just that. If you guys smile and if you have fun and if you laughed with me and you had some fun with me, at the end of the day, we win, right? We win. Because we get to learn all the good stuff all the way along the road. Anyways, we may as well enjoy it. I mean, let's be honest. We're in for the long haul. Stuff's going to get boring eventually. Not around here, though. Never around here. Crystal says BFFs forever. That's how you be BFFs. Like, hello. Oh, Patty says, I could run into Snoop Dogg in Vegas. You don't know. Actually, you know what? On Friday on the Vegas trip, we're going to go to the Wax Museum. They have a Snoop Dogg wax figurine. That one will be my best friend. That one can't run away from me or call security. Just saying. Just saying. Last time I went, there was a Bruno Mars too. And a Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And also, you know what? When it's a wax figurine, you can get up all on it and be like, hey. Hello. You're going to see a lot of those pictures. I should just warn you in advance. There's going to be a lot of that on Friday. There's going to be a lot of Dori doing this. Oh my God, we're going to have so much fun. When I went there with my cousin the last time, my phone was dead, and so we had to use her phone, and she only let me have 10 pictures, like, in the whole place. She was like, you just want a picture with everything, and I was like, duh. There's like 100 figurines there. Like, you have to take your picture with everybody. That's the whole entire point of going there. Hello. By the way, people have to come there with me so they can take all my pictures. or I need to get a really good selfie stick. I haven't bought one of those yet because I don't understand how they work. I don't like technology. I don't. I'm very resistant. Like, I really try to, like, not get on board with any technologies. I'm terrible that way. It's quite bad. Diane says, I love Bruno Mars. He's so talented. Love his music. Yes. And they have him at the piano, so you can be like, sing it to me, Bruno. So you're going to see, like, you know, like a couple pictures of that. I don't know if they actually let you lay on the piano or not. But if they do, look out. I don't think they let you lay on the piano. But you know what? I might can find someone to ask them. You know, hi, I know you don't normally let people lay on your piano, but I was hoping I was cute enough to get away with it just this one time. Cheers. Or just do it really fast before they call security. Do it at the very end after you've done all the other things. Because you don't want to get kicked out before you get your picture with The Rock. Sam. Josh says, are you the person that actually buys the picture at the end of the roller coaster ride? No, I never buy that picture. I never do. And you know why? You want to know why? Because I always look like this. And that is not a good picture. Like, nobody's going to pay good money for that. Are you kidding me? One time I looked like this, but they're never good. Like, they're never good. Also, my hair is usually all the way up. So you get something that kind of looks like this. Not worth buying. Not worth buying. But I am the person who always takes the time to spin by the booth and look through the 50,000 pictures to see if mine looks good enough to buy. And then I go, nope. Shall we move on? Shall we? And also the roller coaster kind of makes me nauseous, so I never look good on that ride. Like, one day I'll try to be like, it never happens, because I scream my face off like a crazy lady. I get very scared. Very scared. Angie says, security! Definitely. You need a little security. I'm just saying, you know, all these crazy ladies want to be your friend. You just don't know, right? You just don't know. I'm so nice, though, you know? And I could just wear a sign that says, I'm really nice, honest. I'm just weird. Normal is overrated anyways. Come on. Who wants that? That's so boring. Just saying. It's like Bob from Wisconsin. Josh says, you're more humorous than John. He hates my straight to the point humor. Oh my God. You bring your humor here, dude, because we allow that. I love that. I highly recommend smartassery. I love that. Sarcasm, joking, inside jokes. I love all those things on live. They make my day. Like they make my day. I know they distract some people and they get crabby, but I love it. I just think it's hilarious. Josh says, just wear an orange helmet and they won't question you. Dude, but the helmet will wreck my hair. Help me think of a better thing than that. I know there's got to be something better. Like, I don't know, like a t-shirt that says I'm Canadian, because everybody knows, like, Canadians, super friendly, not dangerous, usually not terrorists. Just saying. I'm a Canadian. That might work. But I think if I wear something that says, like, oh my God, I love you, Snoop Dogg, security's definitely coming. Like, I have a feeling that's probably exactly how you alert security before you enter the premises. You'd be wearing something that says, like, meet Snoop or die, like. Diane says, I closed my eyes the whole time on the roller coaster at the New York hotel. What a waste of money. Well, that's it, right? Like, you spend all this money and then you're too scared to even open up your eyeballs. And is there enjoyment? Like, enjoy it? I don't really know. I went because Diana wanted to, so that was it. And then after the roller coaster, I got a little bit sick. Just a little bit. I kind of threw up in the garbage can, just saying. Like, it was super classy. It was really awesome. People were walking by me, and I was, like, inside the garbage can. But I was not that asshole who just throws up on the ground and walks away from it. I hate that. That is so gross. So gross. Don't do that. Josh says, paint an upside down cross between your eyes like Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, definitely. Like, that will certainly get me, like, the security will be, like, right on me. That is certainly how you get security called on you. And you know what? I have a feeling security is only friendly if you know them in advance. Now, I'm going to tell you this. This is my tip. Make friends with all the security guards before you get into trouble. And that's the important part. Before you get into trouble, you make friends with them. So that then, when somebody calls security, they're like, oh my God, Dori! Oh, you're so awesome, girl! What up? And you're like, I know. Why this crazy call you on me? Yo, what up? If they're your best friends, like, then they probably won't arrest you or throw you out. Maybe even bring them treats. Like, have some bacon in your back pocket and be like, hey, dude, you know what? You poor security guards, you're overworked and you're underappreciated. I just wanted to say thank you for doing such a great job. And by the way, here's some bacon. You're doing a great job. And by the way, here's some bacon. That's how you make friends. And if the security guard loves you, I'm just saying, they're who decides if they're calling the police or not. Because they totally have the option to just let you off with a warning. I'm just saying. Make friends, eat bacon. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to sign off with you guys. It's just about time for me to head out and grab Jacob. But let's eat a little bit of this cereal. I made myself just a little bowl so I can eat a little bit with you guys because, I can't, like, sit here and eat a whole bowl of cereal because that's just rude and that's a lot of chewing. But I made a little bowl so that we can have a little bit of cereal together and you guys can see how awesome it is. So to serve it, I made a mix of coconut milk and heavy cream so that it's more of a milk texture. And we got some. Crunchy. Crunchy. And the pork rinds don't go soggy because of the coating on them. So it's the caramel coating that keeps your pork rinds from getting like mushy. So yummy. Oh, Josh wants to know my thoughts on the TV show Trailer Park Boys. I'm going to say I've never actually watched a whole episode. I've watched a couple pieces. It kind of weirds me out a little bit, but I think it's funny. I do think it's funny. Now, I'm going to tell you I probably shouldn't. But I'll tell you the truth. I don't watch it because there's not enough eye candy. There is not enough eye candy to keep me interested in that show. There's only one kind of almost sort of good looking guy, and he's so greasy looking. I can't watch it. Hashtag not shallow. Just saying. It's true if you say hashtag before it. Just putting it out there. Oh my goodness. I love you, Josh. Josh says he just assumes all Canadians act like Trailer Park Boys. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. You know what? People assume everything about Canadians, everything from we live in igloos to we're all cowboys to we're all Trailer Park Boys. It's fun. I love it. I actually really love Canadian humor. If you know any good Canadian jokes, those always make me laugh. I like it. Crystal says, a woman with a plan, play nice with the security. Cheers. Yeah, that's a good plan. Like, make friends so you don't get kicked out. So I'm gonna sign off. I hope you guys have an awesome afternoon, and we will be back in about 40 minutes, and I'm gonna do that from Keto for Real Life People group today. And we're going to do Nancy's clean eating series that she does on Tuesdays. So we're going to do side dishes and fats. So we're going to have a chat. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask questions. And we're going to hang out and make my side dishes for dinner tonight. So lots of fun. Let's get us our tacos on. Because it's Taco Tuesday. And what do we need? We need to laugh. And we need to have some fun. Because you know what? This week is just barely started. And I think, mark me. Crystal, take note. Mark me. Get a crayon. Something colorful. I desire to be marked in color. Mark me. This is going to be an amazing week. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, wrong way volume. Oh, so fun. My favorite part, are you ready? Cheese, 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 cheese. It's raining tacos. Oh my goodness. Have an awesome afternoon, guys. We'll see you soon. My favorite part